will kick towards the Kop in the first half. One of the great stands in football stadium. Here we go. And it's Josh Windass who lays the ball off. Doyle goes long. Great noise here, as there always is at Hillsborough. And a low, obviously, it's far from capacity. As a good crowd. Ball knocked over the top Wrexham defence. And Hyam he's got time to fiddle around with the ball quite a lot. Ball fed nicely down the side of the box midfield. And Broadhead carries to the edge of the area. Kakache runs offside, so he feeds it to Doyle. Kakache, corner of the box, feeds it back. Wednesday are penned in here. Ball swept in, too high for Smith. Poor clearance, Kabore, edge of the area. First time shot is well held by Cooper as it bounced awkwardly to him. Wrexham nearly capitalising on a poor piece of defending there.
Yeah, good play on that left-hand side by Kakache. He makes the overlapping run, but it doesn't get it, so carries on his run like he did for his goal in a previous game. But then the cross just over Sam Smith's head, and he's able to Kabore come round it.
And Doyle fakes like he wants to let it go out and then bursts past Cadamartri. Great play. Stands in a great cross. Oh, it's misjudged by Broadhead. Free header 6 yards out, and he totally misjudged it. Don't think he made any contact. Kabore floats it back in, and that's a good take by Cooper under his bar. That was a chance there for Broadhead, though.
It really is, and it's brilliant from Callum Doyle out on that left-hand side. Just like a pacey little tricky winger. And gets the ball in with quality as well, and you're just thinking it's going to end up in the back of that net. Nathan Broadhead, eyes on it all the way. It's good little movement.
The referee makes us wait a bit before we can take it. It's stood up into the box and partly headed away by Doyle. Low dinks it in back into the box. Was it offside? No. And a chance maybe for Yates to hook something in the goal mouth. Who hit the outside the post, I think. I mean, it's an impossible angle to score from, but he hooked it back, and I think it hit the outside the post of a Concours covering. As now Ottenbauer gives it away. Smith into Broadhead. Wrexham have players over here. Broadhead onto Sheaf, who cuts inside. Doyle hits it. Blocked. He wins it back, but Ingleson is there first. Big chance that for Wrexham. Couldn't quite take advantage of the situation, though. High up in midfield, has to go back to Sheaf, who lifts over the top. That's a great ball. Not it. Broadhead on the left has got two players arriving in support. He takes on his man, feeds it in. It takes a deflection. Corner. Did Windass's run take him a bit too close to Broadhead and sort of cut down the option to drill the ball into the goal mouth? I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. But Broadhead 1v1, he wants to go in on his right foot, but they know that, so they're sending him outside onto his left. They eventually do, and they just smother him. Valerie and Palmer together.
Quick pass out to Windass, who drives down the right. He feeds it to Kabore, who cuts in from the flank on his left foot, works it across, 35 yards out. Doyle chips into the box, looking for Smith. That's a great ball. It's volleyed over the bar. Sheaf with a decent effort there. Nice dink by Doyle. Sheaf with the volley, just cut a little bit too much on it. It cleared the bar.
That's really unlucky, to be fair, because it's a movement. He looks like Doyle's going to play it out to Kakache, but he sees the run of Sheaf from deep. Plays a lovely ball over, and Sheaf does ever so well to get his foot and hook it round. Just can't keep it down because of where the ball is, and it just narrowly goes over the bar.
Again, for me, you don't give yellows when players start taking liberties and you end up having to give more and more cards at the end. It's certainly got a bit very scrappy this half. James signals free kick 35 yards out, squares it. Kakache takes a touch, drills it in the goal mouth, and it nearly was reached by Broadhead, who could have prodded it past the keeper, who was lunging to cover the shot, maybe a bit more than he had to, because the shot was going wide comfortably. Cleworth in the centre circle. Kabore goes in behind, and Cleworth plays a great ball. Kabore now, time to measure across, sweeps it in, and Windass across the face, and it's in! Wrexham take the lead. Smith lunges in, and it was that great ball by Cleworth that just opened everything up. A tremendous ball inside Johnson. Kabore didn't even have to beat Johnson that time. He fed a great ball in. I think Windass might have got a flick at the near post, and Smith did really well, full stretch, to get enough on it to steer it into the empty net.
Yeah, I think Windass might just get the touch, but it's brilliant, isn't it? Like you say, from Max Cleworth, just has a little look up. Johnson comes forward, and he just leaves all that space for Issa Kabore to just drive into, and it's a lovely ball just in front of him. And then who else is it going to be in that middle of the box, just lurking? Sam Smith.
They may not like the way that we ask for fouls, but at least we tidy up after ourselves. As Broadhead, that's a good ball, and Windass denied by a super piece of defender by Johnson. Did he not realise he was behind him, perhaps? Kabore whips a great ball in, and Cooper heads it behind for a corner. Vicious cross by Kabore. Yeah, Windass just, maybe he was
I don't think he knew he was there, did he?
Yeah.
He just didn't know he was coming from behind. Does ever so well to get himself back, Johnson, and get a foot in, but I thought Windass might just take that first time.
And it's picked up on the right-hand side by Cleworth. Wrexham bossing it now. It's only 1-0, mind, as Matty James comes driving forwards, and it's a good ball to Smith, just behind him, turns, hits it, good save. Great save by Cooper, stretching to his right to tip it around the post.
Yeah, we've got Windass making runs now into the box and past Smith, which is creating a bit more space for Smith. Smith's run is brilliant. Just like you say, a little bit behind him.
Could catch her with a throw. Nice ball by Smith to James. Broadhead thinks about shooting. The fans told him to. His pass is blocked, but Wrexham still have it. 30 yards out. Cleworth in the right channel. Windass turns away from his man, drills across the face of a keeper. Just about held on to it. Nearly went under his hands and threw him, but he took most of the pace off it and pounced quickly before anyone could get near him. We're now in that point where you just think we look very comfortable, but 1-0's never enough, so let's get another. Now has two options to his right. Cleworth carries it forwards, and the other option, Kabore, ahead of him. He feeds it in again. Good ball around the back, and Johnson's not going to catch Kabore. First time cross, Smith into the side netting. Made the run to the near post. Couldn't open his foot up enough to put it inside the...
No, it's a difficult one, though, for Sam Smith. I think it's just ahead of him. He's at an angle where he's just, like Andy mentioned before, not quite between those goalposts, so he's always going to have to angle that shot differently.
Sheaf tries to turn around the corner, doesn't find Windass. Now Wednesday can break forwards. Lowe's got a chance to feed in Gadamatri. Is he offside? No, and he drills it. Big save by Okonkwo. I wondered if he was off, I've got to be honest, but it's a well-struck shot, and Okonkwo did well to stand up and get enough on it to push it for a corner. Still running forwards with the ball in his hands, has taken it from where he was initially. Kabore heads it up in the air, and there is the final whistle. Wrexham win 4 away games in a row in the league. The first team in the championship to achieve that all season.